Part 9. The Power of the Mastermind, the Ninth Step to Riches. Organized effort is produced through the coordination of effort of two or more people who work toward a definite end in a spirit of harmony. Power in numbers. Men take on the nature and the habits and the power of thought of those with whom they associate in a spirit of sympathy and harmony. It's said that we are the average of the 5 people with whom we spend the most time. Our inner circle profoundly affects our self-confidence and sense of self, as can be seen with the fear of criticism, our mindset and general attitude toward life, our ability to respond productively to challenges, and our ability to cultivate, organize, and act on specialized knowledge. Carefully selecting those with whom you spend a lot of time is an important ingredient for success, but we lack complete control over the makeup of our family, coworkers, and others who participate in the same activities as us. However, the most important associations in our success journey that are in our control, aside from our marriage partner, are those in our mastermind group alliance. As revealed in Part 4 and 6, the mastermind is a small group of individuals who complement your abilities and expertise by compensating for your gaps and weaknesses with their specialized knowledge and by helping you strengths. It is much narrower than your network, and it is characterized by regular meetings. See Chapter 6. It is the most important professional alliance you will have, and so you must select its members very carefully, not based on whom you like, but who will most benefit your success journey and keep you focused on and committed to your plans. As discussed in Part 6, all members must collaborate in an actively maintained spirit of harmony to ensure the principle functions effectively. The mastermind principle is the secret to amassing power. Like persistence, power might seem like a hazy concept, too abstract to be attained through concrete steps. However, power is simply organized effort or knowledge. That is why this chapter should be read and reread in conjunction with Part 6 on organized planning. Power is the force generated by the organization of knowledge into concrete plans that enables these plans to be translated into impactful action. The mastermind facilitates the coordination and expression of effort and knowledge through organization and action so that individuals can achieve greater power than they could on their own. Before knowledge is organized, it must be attained. No individual has all the knowledge they need to amass great riches by themselves. The 3 main sources of knowledge are as follows: infinite intelligence, collective knowledge, and experimentation and research. Infinite intelligence. Inspiration is the flash of knowledge that comes directly from the guiding power of the universe working in conjunction with the creative imagination, what Heal calls the 6th sense. See Part 5 and 13. The mind channels inspiration through the creative faculties when you condition it to vibrate at a higher plane. This higher order thinking can be activated by positive emotions and mental stimulants, as can be seen with the fear of criticism. The power of infinite intelligence can be more readily accessed by coordinating one's efforts in a spirit of harmony with other like-minded individuals. Out of the 3 main sources of knowledge, this is the only foolproof one. The others are subject to the whims and errors of the human experience. Infinite intelligence may also refer to our deepest intuitions. Frequently, our inner wisdom has the solution to our problems, but we ignore it in favor of external advice. We have all the knowledge we need to be successful, but it must be unlocked through introspection and trust in our vibes. Collective knowledge. This entails all the knowledge gained through humanity's collective experience, which can be accessed by studying humankind's records, history books, archival materials, memoirs, etc. This knowledge is conferred in schools and pursued through individual research. Experimentation and research. When knowledge has not been previously discovered, it must be searched out. As such, the 3rd main source of knowledge is experimentation, scientific study, invention, and trial and error. Oftentimes, the creative imagination plays a role here too, as a flash of inspiration might be required to accomplish one's research aims. Courting riches. There exists a great unseen stream of power, which may be compared to a river, except that one side flows in one direction, carrying all who get into that side of the stream onward and upward to wealth, and the other side flows in the opposite direction, carrying all who are unfortunate enough to get into it and not able to extricate themselves from it, downward to misery and poverty. The mastermind principle brings two primary benefits: economic advantages and psychic advantages. Economic advantages. A mastermind group will produce economic advantages through the coordination of its members' effort. Individuals can form alliances, provide networking opportunities, supplement each other's knowledge, and combine their efforts in other ways so as to increase one's power and momentum toward translating desire into material riches. Psychic advantages. When individuals join forces toward a specific end, working in a spirit of complete harmony, they create what Heal calls a third mind. Their spiritual energy is so greatly magnified that an affinity is constructed, a force that increases the energy of every member of the group and provides greater access to infinite intelligence. The stream of power flows in two directions: upstream toward wealth in all its forms, and downstream toward misery and poverty. The power of thought directs the course one will take. Positive thoughts and emotions will carry you upstream, and negative thoughts and emotions will propel you downstream. Some individuals flip-flop back and forth between the two streams, never making any real progress in either direction. You have the opportunity to grab the oar right now by acting on the principles of success detailed in this book and utilize the driving force of organized knowledge and effort to convert the energy of desire into physical reality. You simply need definiteness of purpose, intense desire, well-conceived and thoughtfully implemented plans, and the support of your mastermind group. These elements combined will attract opportunity, riches, and other positive manifestations of well-being into your life. You have to court riches like a desired romantic partner, attracting them through thought and action. Poverty, on the other hand, comes to anyone. Action item. Form your mastermind. First, write a list of all the strengths and expertise you currently possess on your own. Next, create a table with two columns. In the left-hand column, use your strength list to identify all the gaps of knowledge, missing networking opportunities, and other weaknesses you have that stand in your way of achieving your definite chief aim. In the right-hand column, identify at least one individual who excels in each area in which you are lacking. Cross off anyone on the list who will not work with you in a complete spirit of harmony, who accepts temporary defeat as final, or who could negatively affect your faith or self-confidence in any way. Invite the remaining people on the list to join your mastermind group. Schedule 2 meetings with them this very week in order to begin organizing knowledge and creating and refining plans for translating desire into riches.
Thanks, you guys, for pay attention. Please support me by like and subscribe. Good luck!